we are on the gauges. Definitely the base. Alright, enter the clouds at 1,100 feet. Got the runway on the synthetic viz. Got ground in sight. Now we have the runway in sight. Not one of my better landings. No. That was rough.
RV3 Delta Charlie, turn right Alpha 4, contact ground point Miller.
Right on Alpha 4 and we'll contact ground for 3 Delta Charlie, thanks. Santa Rosa ground RV9A Delta Charlie is at Alpha 4 and would like to get a taxi back and pick up our clearance back to Napa.
RV9A Delta Charlie, Santa Rosa ground, taxi to runway 32 via Alpha, and advise when you're ready to pick up your clearance.
32 via Alpha, and when I get there, I'll hit you up. Thanks. It happens to me a lot when I come out of IMC. It's I don't know, my depth perception is off or whatever, but sometimes I flare too early, sometimes I flare too late. That landing I definitely flared too late, and you know, our descent rate was a little too steep coming in, and luckily the main gear on the RV is good, not quite as stout as like a 172 or something like that, but you know, that wasn't bad enough that we were going to do any damage. It was just a rough landing. Not my patented smooth RV landing. And I filed for IFR back to Napa, so that was cool. This field was reporting low IFR, and I swore we were going to go missed, but we ended up breaking out and being okay. Santa Rosa ground RV9A Delta Charlie, ready to pick up that clearance back to Napa.
RV9A Delta Charlie, Santa Rosa ground, clear to Napa County Airport via the Charlie 5 departure. Radar vectors to Foxtrot Echo Sierra Alpha Victor, direct. On departure, maintain 5,000. Departure frequency is 127.8. Squawk 4243.
Okay, clear to Napa Airport via the Charlie 5, radar vectors to Fesave, then direct. Altitude will be 5,000. 127.8 is the frequency, and we'll squawk 4243.
RV3 Delta Charlie, Rebecca is correct, and verify information, Juliet.
3 Delta Charlie has Juliet.
RV3 Delta Charlie, roger. Contact tower when you're ready for departure.
Sounds good, thanks for the help. Alright, let's delete this flight plan. We're gonna put STS on here, obviously, and we'll load the procedure departure, the Charlie 5 from runway 32, and I'll have to read up on the Charlie 5. Looks like it's just radar vectors again, so we'll cancel that. Add waypoint Fesave, because that's where they're radar vectoring us to, and KAPC. Okay, 127.8. Let's punch that in. We'll set our altitude at 5,000. And we'll set this one at 5,000 as well. And we need to put it back on GPS here. All right, let's read this procedure. Departure, Charlie 5. Okay, from runway 32, climb at 391 feet per nautical mile, so we'll have to put the coals to it a little bit. And climb on heading 321. Radar vectors, join assigned route, maintain altitude, expect filed altitude light, 10 minutes. Okay, pretty easy. So basically we're just flying runway heading 321. Heading mode is fine. 321, alright. And let's set the old iPad up too. Alright. Santa Rosa Tower RV9A Delta Charlie is at 32, ready for release.
Short 93 Delta Charlie, Santa Rosa Tower, hold short 932.
Hold short 32, 3 Delta Charlie.
Army 3 Delta Charlie, tops reported 1000. Turn left heading 160, runway 32, clear for takeoff.
Left heading 160 and runway 32, clear for takeoff, 3 Delta Charlie. Alright, left heading 160, so it's a left turn. Lights, camera in action, tops are at 1000. Alright, flight control check is good. Flaps up. Got the center line, got a crazy bird flying up there. Hopefully he gets out of the way. Front wheel off the ground here, right there. And fly this pitch until we take off here. Good. Okay, we'll get to 500 feet and start our turn. Head is on the gauges because we're going right into IMC. Climbing 700 feet a minute, so we meet the requirement. Alright, 10-degree turn here. Heading 160. We are in the soup. And above the soup. Still making our left turn.
Army 3 Delta Charlie, contact Oakland Center.
Over to Oakland Center, 3 Delta Charlie, thanks. Oakland Center RV9A Delta Charlie, 1200, climbing 4000, and on a heading 160.
93 Delta Charlie, Oakland Center, Roger, climb and maintain 5000.
Sorry, I meant to say 5000, 3 Delta Charlie. Little things. 405, little mistakes.
405 Oakland Center, descend to Gia, Bodega 3 arrival, transfer call number 3008.
3008, this is Bodega 3 arrival, Oscar 405.
93 Delta Charlie, radar contact leaving 1600.
3 Delta Charlie. Alright, autopilot's got it. And flew through the IMC, that was fun. And they're going to give us radar vectors to best save, which is initial approach fix for Napa. And we'll switch this weather back over. It's now overcast 500, so not low IFR anymore, so that's good news. $5,000, 110 knots, let's go. Wind is 280 at 4. So wind not really a factor. Take a look at our procedure here. Do the ILS into Napa. From our angle, we'll probably need to do a procedure turn at Fesse, but we'll see what they give us here. Still climbing, temps look good, fuel flow looks good. Funny because the air is warmer up here than it is on the ground. It's just a trip as you climb higher, it gets colder or warmer. So let's get ready for Napa.
0,000 pounds. Use caution, surge into the scene of airport. Hazardous weather information available on 5 surge frequencies. Use caution for personnel and equipment in between your back and runways. Advise on initial contact. We have November. Napa Tower, information November, 1554 Zulu, wind 260 at 3, visibility 3, mist, ceiling 500 overcast, temperature 10, dew point 8, altimeter 3007. Or 93 Delta Charlie, runway 1 up approaching you.
Here, repeat that for 93 Delta Charlie.
3 Delta Charlie, fighting 140.
140 over 3 Delta Charlie.
Alaska 405, can you listen to guard for a moment, see if you're picking up an ELC?
We're not heard of picking one up.
That's not good. That's not good. ELT means somebody, it's an emergency locator.
Good morning, Oakland Center.
Transponder.
80 on the Cessna 1 climbing through 3,500.
There's two different kinds. One transmits on 121.5, which is, you know, radio frequency that he just
Okay, 80 Oakland Center, calling maintain public 230.
he just allowed Alaska Airline to tune into and listen to. The other one is a 408.
850 Whiskey Kilo, turn right heading 330.
The newer one.
330,
And it's the main one everybody uses nowadays. So weird that I guess we're on the track 140, so
It's all closed west of runway 19 right. Taxiway Charlie closed to aircraft weighing greater than 30,000 pounds. Use caution, birds in the vicinity of airport. Hazardous weather information available on 5 surge frequencies. Use caution for personnel and equipment in the vicinity of active runways. Advise on initial contact. We have November. Napa Tower, information November, 1554 Zulu, wind 260 at 3, visibility 3, 740 Whiskey Kilo, Clitter Battleground. Third overcast, Battleground, temperature 10, dew point 8, altimeter 3007. ILS runway 1 left approaching use, departing runway 24. Notice Damon, taxiway hotel.
alright, one left in use. Oakland Center RV, 93 Delta Charlie has a November at Napa and would like the ILS runway 1.
3 Delta Charlie, roger, expect this.
Okay, it'll be a full stop.
Thank you. Okay, 80, clear at Boxer.
Clear direct Boxer, Toga 80.
Get some speed going here.
740 Whiskey Kilo, calling to maintain flight level 230.
230 is Whiskey Kilo.
Alaska 405, contact northbound approach 133.95.
3395, Oscar 4056.
Okay, we're putting it in nav mode here so that we can activate our ILS. Our course is going to be 006, so we'll punch that in. You'll see the course needle move. All right, we got the ATIS altimeter set. We've selected GPS or nav. You can see that right here. I got 4 selections because I got 2 different GPSs, 2 different nav sources. Lots of, there's nav source 1, nav source 2, GPS 1, and these are actually each their own GPS. We haven't activated the approach, but it's going to be vectors to final. And approach course is set at 006. Need to dial in the tower frequency here. And missed approach here is a climb to 500, then a left turn to 3200. And the ILS here at Napa, you get down to 217 feet. So we're going to dial in that decision altitude. We'll put it to
3 Delta Charlie, flighting 120.
120 over 3 Delta Charlie.
Okay, and the missed altitude, we are going to be climbing to 3200. So we can set up the mist here, if I can find it. Set the mist. 3200, not quite as much terrain around Napa. So there you go. We're ready to roll. Need to figure out why the GRT is a little bit lazy in chasing those headings. Pretty much perfect everywhere else, so. Looks like we're going to get vectors to final, and what we need to know is outside FESAVE above 2600, and SIG piece, the final approach fixed 1800, and then we can go down to 217.
Open center, German 156 on Romeo, Petaluma.
You can see the marine layer breaking up in sections out here.
Number 1561 Romeo, open center, radar contact.
You can also see its update day. I have 408 updates on my iPad that popped up just while I was flying around. Pretty funny. All right, we're cruising along, 157 over the ground.
93 Delta Charlie, flight heading 100, descend and maintain 4,000.
100 down to 4,000 for 3 Delta Charlie.
All right. Start to slow down.
80, contact open center, 119.907. 119.907, so 80, good day.
Man, it's pretty up here today. This is so cool that I get to do this. There is some traffic. They're going to be working me around here. All right, everything's set up. Kind of see that cloud layer, the top and bottom of it from up here. It's pretty cool.
Coming 2600 is a 9 point, I mean the flight level 190. Runway 2600, open center, climb and maintain flight level 230. I'm in maintain entry, so.
Got our first 6 gallons out of the left tank, so switching to the right. All right, level at 4,000. Give it some gas here. Flying over Noss Field to our left, which is Novato, and some of the crazier practice landings I've done there because the wind sometimes is blowing one way on one side of the runway and a different way on the other side. You'll get opposite windsocks, and it's I never landed at a place like that. Maybe Grass Valley is like that sometimes, but kind of weird. Always an adventure. Not going to be able to send us down before we get past 313 Papa over here. You can see him on the traffic. He's doing about 70 knots, so Assuming once we get past him, get us down a little further. Looks like the clouds are breaking up over the Napa Valley.
November 850 Whiskey Kilo, contact open center 34.907.
3497, Mr. Whiskey Kilo.
You can see where our course is coming in here, our ILS. And what we're going to do is we're going to tell that, arm the ILS, localize our front course, good to go. And we'll hit the execute button when it's time, when it clears us for the approach. Okay, we'll get ready. Things are going to happen fast. Let's double check everything.
November 61 Romeo, clear to Oakland.
Got the ATIS, altimeters set. GPS nav is set to nav 1.
Local center going.
Approach is loaded and not activated yet. They're loaded and activated. We'll execute it.
Hotel Mike, Oakland center, radar contact, climb and maintain.
Localizer course is set.
230.
Climb maintain through 230.
Power frequency is dialed.
Our final altitude,
And
37.
we'll brief our mist real quick one more time.
Thank you.
So SIGPs are 1,800 feet where we need to intercept the final approach fix, and the ILS is down to 217. So our decision height's about 200 feet, which is awesome. And the missed approach will climb to 500, then a left turn to 3,200, direct to the Skaggs Island VOR. Then we got some work to do to get in the hold after that. But
November 3 Delta Charlie, flight heading 080, descend and maintain 3,000.
080 down to 3,000, 3 Delta Charlie.
November 0 Hotel Mike, turn right heading 020.
Right 020, 2 Hotel Mike.
alright.
Oakland Center, 65908 Alpha 5000, direct to Toledo.
65908 off Oakland, center Roger, Napa altimeter 3007, give me a full stop or miss.
Full stop, 659 Alpha.
Big old ship steaming its way
November 908 Alpha, Roger, you cross South Toledo at 5,000,
through the bay
clear
here, kind of
RNAV
cold.
Zulu, 1 lap.
Climb to 5,000 is South Toledo and then clear for the approach for RNAV Zulu, 1 lap, 659 Alpha.
See San Francisco off the right, see Golden Gate over there. Bay Bridge is in front of us.
250 Hotel Mike, clear to Haley.
Richmond Bridge to the right there.
There's Mike.
Oakland Center, horizon 2257 is 11,000, climbing 190.
Horizon 2257 Oakland Center, climb and maintain, flight level 230.
I maintain 230, horizon 2257.
Alright, we're getting pretty close to our approach course here, so I'm going to pull the speed out a little bit.
November 93 Delta Charlie, 12 miles from Napa, flight heading 040, maintain at or above 3,000. Till established, third ILS, 1 left Napa.
Heading 040 at or above 3,000 until established, clear for the approach into Napa, 3 Delta Charlie.
Alright. Just leveling off here is going to slow us down a little bit. Turned us nice in there. Glide slope's coming in. Plane 2,000 feet above us. So he gave us the okay, so I hit the old execute button there. And as soon as we're established here, quick here. We'll click it to GNAV or ENAV. Oh, we already took over.
2257, contact open center 134.907.
Cool.
134.97, good day, horizon 2257.
Alright.
0 Hotel Mike,
So the autopilot's in charge. It's feeding the ILS information to the true track down here. And we can get a little more speed here. Alright, fuel's to the fullest tank, mixture is rich, landing lights on, pitot heat is on. Gear is down, and here comes our turn.
Oakland Center, 3 Delta Charlie is established. For 3 Delta Charlie, roger, contact Napa Tower 118.7.
Over to tower, thanks for the altitude, 3 Delta Charlie. Napa Tower RV9A 3 Delta Charlie is inbound on the ILS, runway 1.
Over 93 Delta Charlie, Napa Tower.
I get a roger. They got somebody right over the field over there. Alright, 2500. Layer's thinning out here, so it might not be as dramatic and cool. There's the path toward
Charlie, one left clear to land.
1 left, clear to land, 3 Delta Charlie.
waterway towards the Delta back there. Off the wing. Which is gorgeous today with the sun coming off it. My wife is actually flying over there in the practice area right now, getting a flying lesson in a 172. If you haven't seen her video, she was on camera for the first time this week and did pretty good. Did 3 landings and it was a pretty exciting day. I don't know, I think I was more excited for her first solo than mine. It was a great feeling to watch her do that. It always, when I'm going 150 knots, it always feels so slow, slowing down to 100. We're only 85 over the ground. Got a good little headwind going on. But coming up on 6P should be about 1,800 feet. You can see we're we got 7/10 of a mile.
Delta Charlie, a Baron about 20 minutes ago reported tops 900, he says 400.
Awesome, thanks for the update.
Okay, crossing 6P, desired track 006. Looks like we are on the money. Bumps over here, huh? All right, 1400 for 200. 100 knots. Gonna pull a little bit of power out of it. Give it a few clicks of trim. Pitot heat's good. One more dumps check. Gas is good. Undercarriage, the gear is down. Mixture's good. Nothing to adjust on the prop. Seat belts, switches. Everything is good. About to enter the clouds here. Say the top's about 1,000. All right, head on the gauges. A little less power. We are in the muck, ladies and gents. Temporarily out of the muck. Let's correct that heading. Good. 1200 RPM usually gives me about 90 knots, maybe a little more. Got runway in sight at 700 feet.
Yeah, tops at 1,000, runway was in sight at 700, so it's starting to thin out a little bit.
Delta Charlie, right, thanks for the update.
500.
All right, got a slight quartering tailwind here. About 8 knots. That was frickin' fun, man. Guess I still need to make a landing before I can announce that it was fun. Let's see if we can do better on this landing than we did the one before. A little more trim, a little less power. Ah, that's much better. Oh yeah, I can land with a 8-knot tailwind.
3 Delta Charlie, turn right on Echo, cross runway 19er left, contact ground.
Right on Echo, cross 19er left, and over to ground. Thanks for the help, 3 Delta Charlie.
Ground 0.7.